Hi everyone, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Excuse me. So I'm gonna do a little bit of an intro here in the beginning. If you don't want to listen to that, you can just skip straight to your little mini reading, my little quick fix reading. It's going to be in the description box down below. It's just going to be for like 5 minutes for each sign, and look for your own sign and see what you can find there. I just want to start with this little intro and just explain a little bit what I feel is going on right now and explain this blue moon. I'm doing this reading for the blue moon in Aquarius. It's going to take place on the 22nd of August. And if you didn't know, a blue moon is when a full moon is actually happening twice in the same, is not within the same calendar month, because we had the last full moon on the 24th of July of 2021 and now the second one is in the 22nd of August. So it's not in the same calendar but it's in the same calendar month. Was I was reaching for calendar moon, but it's within the same sign, so it's still within Aquarius, and it just shifts. I'm going to get into that. It's going to be a lot of numbers here today. I do apologize for that. I'm just going to do the numbers, and then I'm just sort of going to say, but this is actually like straight English or straight Swedish. This is what it means. So I have a little cheating thing here. I just want to say, it feels like this cycle, this blue moon thing will sort of wrap things up. It's sort of the end, but it's also the end, which is the new beginning. So I feel the polar opposites of Aquarius and Leo, like the sun is opposite the moon. I feel like it already started in 2017. So just do a little research with yourself there. Where were you in 2017? What happened then? I'd say the kickoff was in February of 2017, but definitely coming into, we had a full moon and a lunar eclipse in Aquarius in that month, and we had a new moon and a full solar eclipse in Leo. And those 4 years, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, we're sort of wrapping it up. It feels like a big, just think about what has happened in those past 4 years. Those past 4 years, I'd say, is the upheaval, is the catalyst for so many things that has happened. Let's not get into detail, but the big grandiose stuff that has taken place in the world and is still ongoing, but it has made its point, if that makes sense. So we're wrapping it up here with this. We have this full moon in Aquarius had on the 24th of July in its first degree. I think that's quite telling as well, because we have a full moon in Aquarius in the first degree, and then we have the second full moon within the same sign within Aquarius that ends on the 29th degree, which is like, it's the beginning and the end within Aquarius, right? And it's also, this full moon also plays out on the very end of Leo season, borderlining into Virgo. So it's like a whole freaking big, like, wrapping it up. This gift, I know a lot of people that haven't felt, including myself from the beginning, I didn't feel like these past 4 years has been a gift. It has been freaking hard. But coming out on the other side of that, we truly are coming into some extraordinary times now. And I just feel like this is a kickoff, the 22nd of August here now, with the blue moon. When we say once in a blue moon, because it's sort of quite rare. If you look into it, it's not that rare, but I think we always want to be a little bit dramatic. It hasn't happened for 350 years. This should be a big thing. Yeah, it's more rare than a full moon for sure. It's not that rare, I just have to say. But we say once in a blue moon, and yes, I am more fascinated that we're starting off with the 1 degree and ending on the 29th degree. But if you do numerology, 29 means 11. It's a portal opportunity. Excuse me. And I'm no astrologer whatsoever, so you might want to look into that, where all the planets are sort of on the same day here as the full moon. But it feels like a beautiful, beautiful kickoff, and a kickoff to let it simmer. And I just have been with that word as of late, simmer, to just sort of hang there now and rest here now. I feel like it might not feel like this is a resting moment, but from this 22nd of August, and I talked about this a little bit in some last reading. Yeah, it was with the portal. It was with the portal that we have a grandiose opportunity here now. Between the 22nd of August until and then I was talking about the 16th of February of next year, which is the next full moon for Leo. We also have this cycle, this 6-month window right now from the 22nd of August until the 22nd of February of 2022. Do the math. That's 2 for February, that's 22 for the day, and 22 for the year. And so we have a lot of 2s there. And so it's almost like we take this opportunity now to sort of try to integrate everything that has sort of been the upheaval, that has been the catalyst. And we start to just try to simmer, try to hang in there between now and the beginning of 2022, because then it feels like there's a really big opportunity between 2022 until 2024, where there's a major shift starting between 24 and 26, but let's not get into that. But there's a window of opportunity right now. I know it doesn't feel like it's easy still. I feel like there's a big dividing thing happening on planet Earth right now and so forth, but this is really an opportunity for choices. So it's not like you're stepping into, what should I choose? The catalyst for it has already been. Does that make sense? There's so much that has happened that has left you with just hundreds and hundreds of opportunities right now. And this moment, from, if you possibly can, from the 22nd of August, from this blue moon until the full moon, definitely on the 16th of February of 2022, and definitely the 22nd of February of 2022. See this as a 6-month opportunity to sort of just try to rest and just try to go with the flow. Almost try not to even make a decision about anything, but sort of just linger in this energy. And I'm not saying, like, I know for myself, there's contracts that's coming up. I know I'm about to move. I know I'm about to do all kinds of certain things. So I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying try to just go with the flow as much as you possibly can. You should do that at all times. But this is really an opportunity to sort of, before making any life-changing decisions, just go with it, because it's almost like a little bit of a breathing window after the war sort of type of thing. And I'm not saying it's calming down physically. Physically still looks a little bit, if you want to get into the majority of the population and what they're still focused on, it's quite messy still. So I'm not saying that the physical part of it is over. I'm just saying that the choices that you can, the opportunities to choose has been given. That is over now. We were closing down this window literally on the 22nd of August, ending with Leo, starting over with Virgo. We're closing it down. And so those 4 years, 4/5 years, that has really kicked off an opportunity, doesn't feel like opportunity sometimes, but kicked off an opportunity to really search the true meaning of life, to find ourselves, to whatever. This is sort of the opportunity for that, for the choices to be made has been given. There's not going to be any more like surprises like that. The opportunity is there. Now, sit in it. Don't make any life-changing decisions. Don't sort of jump on to something too quickly. Hang in this moment between now, August and February, and after that, start to look at, okay, where are we in the world? And just try to align as much as you possibly can. Ground yourself. Drink heaps of water. This day, you probably see it. I'm very puffy today. It took me 2 or 3 hours to get my energy straightened out here today. I really had to sit in meditation, and I've just bombarded myself with water because the headaches started last night, and I couldn't deal with it. Of course I could deal with it. It's so dramatic. I could deal with it. I just mean usually it would be like, it would wake up, oh, there's a little headache. What's going on? Oh, full moon. Well, and then that would be gone. Not today. And I still feel the puffiness. I still feel like it's still, yeah, I've needed a lot of rest and a lot of grounding. So look at this. I'm not saying there's going to be this full moon / blue moon effect for 6 months, but treat it as is. Treat it as you really need to ground yourself. You really need to get into nature. We really need to reconnect with Mother Earth right now and just sort of be one with the elements, with nature, with water. Drink a lot of water, bathe, shower, do whatever you can to sort of be close to the natural giftings of this earth. Just take these 6 months and just focus on that, because you're gonna need it. Okay, so is there anything more about that? Yeah, no, I'm gonna look into each and every sign here. Just do a little quickie. Where are we? What does this blue moon mean for you? And then I'm going to sort of get in, really take a little bit longer time to really get into the whole energy of this period of 22nd of August until the 22nd of February 2022 for each and every sign. But I'm going to do like one each for that, like I would do the weekly readings. So with that said, is there anything more that I want to, I don't think it is. No. Thank you for listening. I'm going to jump right into the signs right now. So, we're starting with Aries. Welcome, Aries. Just going to write down the time there, do a little timestamp for you. Aries, what's going on for you for this blue moon, please? Well, you're not left out of the situation, that's for sure. So we're having transformation with the crown chakra. So the transformation for me, very much about letting go of the old, very much about letting go of the old, letting go of your identity, letting go of what you know is true, letting go of what you, if you feel like it's still true, sure, hang on to it, but question it. It feels like question everything right now. Question, just because you believed it in the past doesn't mean that it serves you any longer. So, and then combined with this number 7, the crown chakra, means it's very much about your deep knowing, about your creating. It's a creation from what you want rather than the manifestation in physical form. So it's more like about the mind, the crown, the dream, the fantasy. This is what I'm looking for. So take this moment of this blue moon, maybe even do like a little ceremony. It's perfect that we have this full moon happening on the weekend. I was going to say, is that going to be for everyone in the world? Well, give or take. So maybe even Monday for certain parts in the world. But for a lot of us, it's going to be on Sunday. Do a little mini ceremony around it if you want to, and set your goals about what you want. And I don't mean set your goals as a result. I'm going to reach this result. It's more like if the goal is, I want to connect with myself, and I want to do that over however long that takes. I want to reach my full potential. I want to lose the identity of the things that I don't want to be a participant in anymore. I want to see those parts start to fall away. Might not know what those are, but I'm open to finding what those are, so that you can come down to, that you can make this true transformation and come down to the real potential, the real you. 13 is death leading to life. And 7 is all about the all-knowing. It's all about, as the crown is, it's about the deep knowledge, the all-knowing. Can we just have a little bit of a clarifier for this for Aries, please? Beautiful. So King of Ariel, your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So this guy, he always looks so funny. It looks so funny. This guy, he has everything he needs. He knows he has everything he needs. And if he doesn't have everything he needs, he knows that he can create it anytime, any moment that he wants to. So he has like a treasure chest there full with jewelry and stuff. He has this gorgeous table. It's set with all these fruit and all these like luxurious, abundant foods. He's definitely dressed the occasion. And there's all these roses, all these beautiful flowers around him, which speaks about really high vibration. And then also Ariel is flying around outside, sort of talking about the ultimate, how you're ultimately able to create through love. And so the King of Ariel, the King has a highest energy there is when it comes to a person. And Ariel is all about the love and all about the manifestation. So you are entering into a very, very, I'm I'm not sure you're quite there yet, because we are having transformation. You are coming into your crown chakra, which means that you are more interested in like the deep knowing, connecting with the universe, connecting with your inner being to reach this knowing. And on the other side of that is the King of Ariel. It's the king of all. The most important thing here is that you're learning to manifest through love. You're not coming from a lackful place, or you're not coming from a fearful or worrisome place. You're coming from love. And that's the most important thing here. Beautiful. So that's what I have for you for this blue moon, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Welcome, Taurus, to your blue moon reading. Thank you so much for being here. Let's just dive in and see what we can find for you. Oh. Taurus for blue moon. So Taurus, if you want to do a little ceremony here for this, that would be really cool to just kick off what you want around this blue moon. This is really cool. We have two number 1 and one number 4. So we have firm foundation with prosperity begins, number 1, with triumphant success, number 1. So if you start with this, which one came up first? Oh, the exact opposite. Triumphant success. So whatever you have been aiming for, whatever you are, it has taken some time. You see this hand is coming up from underneath the earth. It has been sort of a struggle to reach this level, but you are here now. So it feels like you are, I'd say, you're not in the midst of chaos. You're more likely to be coming up on the other side of this, whatever sort of stretching you have needed to do, or whatever big changes that has happened in the last 4 years. You are now sort of coming into this place where you're stepping into real success. You're probably going to feel that it's going to be a lot more like downhill from here. Again, I'm not saying there's not going to be trials and tribulations in this world, where we all need to make a choice where we stand and who we are in the midst of everything. But it feels like you got it down. And then number 1 there, brand new beginning for sure. With the prosperity begin, like this is a long time coming. It feels like this is a seed that you planted a long time ago. How many ever years ago, only you know. But it's not like last week. This is a seed you planted long ago. It might even be before you got here. That's the feeling. Like it's the purpose for why you came, why you wanted to be here in the first place. So we planted the seed a long, long time ago. The roots has taken place. We had the tree of life there. It has already sort of taken shape. You even got fruit on the tree, so you know how to manifest. You have already had certain successes in your life where you sort of have had a grand idea, or a mediocre idea, I'm not sort of judging, whatever idea you've had, you have seen the fruits of it. You've already seen the fruits of it. And now it's like, okay, through calmness, through stillness, through whatever it is that you want to do right now, you're sort of just continuing on this path. I don't think it's too much turmoil for you, Taurus, which is really beautiful. It's the second number one, so it's like it's a brand new beginning for you. It's a strong new beginning for you. So whatever it feels like you have started a while back is not the seed that I'm talking about now. The seed feels like that's like forever ago. But whatever the seed was, you have started to implement it and you've started to see some success of it. And you're now sort of laying the foundation here. Number 4, it's a heart matter for you. You're laying a new foundation completely. If it was just sort of glimpses of the thing that you wanted to have more of, this is the real beginning for you. This blue moon is the kickoff for the real beginning. Like you're now, okay, we only saw glimpses of it before. I've seen some success with this. Cool. Let's now integrate it. Let's now go full force in this. This looks really, really good, Taurus. So that's what I have for you. I hope that's helpful. Thank you for watching. Gemini, welcome to your blue moon reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Gemini, blue moon. I got a bit wavy. I got a bit dizzy as I started your reading. I have been a little bit dizzy on my own, so I just needed to make sure that wasn't mine. It can be definitely for the both of us, for the both of me and you guys. I just feel like, yeah, that there's a dizziness. There's a feeling of a dizziness, which the moon can really cause. But I almost feel like there's, I don't know if you've ever felt this, and I don't know, really particularly know if I felt this before either. There's like a wave that goes back and forth in my body. It's almost like when I see the waves in the water move back and forth, it's like I pick that up. I feel that. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit wavy. Like you really truly feel what the ocean feels as the moon sort of moves the ocean back and forth. Interesting. Gemini blue moon. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, and 6. So movement, choices, and decisions. Movement, choices, and decisions. Yes, that's what we have here. With the number 2, fertility. Something is waiting to get born, getting pregnant. That might be literal. It might be as an idea. Heart chakra, number 4. And material and spiritual prosperity. This is looking good, people. It looks good. Movement, choices, and decisions. So this is what I feel like for an overall, like if I were to speak to the collective, I would say this is what I feel. Like the choices has been laid out. I mean, you have been given an opportunity to truly find out who you are right now. And even though you haven't fully found that out yet, you have the tools to it now. You have the option for it now. Does that make sense? You have the option to really find out the relationship that you're in. You're now sort of at a point where you can make a choice to, this is it. This is where I'm supposed to stay, or this is where I need to make a choice to probably leave the relationship. Or for your work, this is it. I don't need any more proof. I have every proof that I need in order to make this decision that this is where I belong or this is where I need to get out. That's very sort of material, like that's very like practical, but it's also for your body, it's for yourself. You're being given a choice right now, opportunity to choose, I should say. You're being given opportunity to choose right now who do you want to become in this process? Do you want to stay in the old paradigm, or do you really want to sort of shed this identity that we have put on and just come into your true identity? And I'm asking that in a very sincere way, because there's a lot of people that it's just too tough. It's too tough to let go of the old. It's too tough to change something dramatically. This is like if you were having chronic illness. If you have chronic illness, to decide once and for all, you're not going to have it anymore. That's not for everyone. And that's fine. That's completely fine. You know? So there's movement, choices, and decisions in each and every area of your life. But it's a very fertile moment in time. It's very fertile. Whatever you're setting your eyes towards right now, you have the means, you have the will, you have the power. This could literally be that somebody's getting pregnant, you're choosing to be pregnant in these very changing times, or it's just a very fertile moment for you to get started. You're opening your heart. We already saw that. You're starting with the heart opening there already. We're opening the heart more and more. You're coming into the heart. You're making heart decisions. You're not making so many decisions from your mind as you're making them from the heart, which is really, really good. And at the end of it, however sort of you turn, it looks like you're going to look out over it's material and spiritual prosperity. It's not a material and spiritual choice. This is material and spiritual prosperity, which means that you will end up in a place where you feel like this is where I belong. This is it. This is what I came here for. Number 6, there is also love. So there's a lot of love here, a lot of fertility and love in this reading. Really beautiful, Gemini. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Cancer, welcome to your Blue Moon reading. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. First card out is Balance. Really cool. Ooh. Getting warm already. Balance and patience. Don't you just love that word? Patience. So this, I'm brought back here again to the, okay, so we have this blue moon, which is on the 29th degree. And 29 is its balance and 9 is ending. And then you add those up, we have number 11. So you have balance and a portal, basically, on the blue moon for you. And so this is sort of, either you just really feel this, or you just feel, I probably need to practice this a little bit. Either or, this is an opportunity for you to really get into balance. Balance for me is when your mind, your thoughts, your words, and your emotion is speaking the same language. So you're expressing, you're voicing, you're expressing your thoughts, and you're right there in alignment with what you feel about that. So it's not like you feel one thing but you say another, or you know people can talk and talk and talk, and there's not even a correlation between what they feel about what they're saying or not. They're not even focused on that. But there's always feedback in whether it's taking you towards what you want or it's taking you away from what you want, away or towards balance in your life. So this is sort of encouraging you to dare to speak your mind. And it's not just to speak your mind, it's to speak your mind so that it fits the emotion, it's so that everything is coherent. That is true balance. Okay? Start to speak your truth. Walk your walk, walk your talk. A great opportunity for a portal situation there, to step through, to choose something new. This is what I'm saying with this whole, this is a little bit peeking in Cancer to the 6-month period, I feel. It's not basically on the blue moon, like surrounding the blue moon, that you need to be patient. I feel like this is the start of the 6 months that is coming up here, that we just need to not look too much to big events or big changes, or, you know, big changes can fall in. And if they do, and they feel right there in alignment with everything that you are, if they feel balanced, go for it. But I'd say to be patient in this very time, to just sort of sit this one out. We have the ethereal, like we have the non-physical energy coming in here, and we already have it manifested. So the non-physical and the physical from that seed has already come in. Like it's already ready. It's already there for you to act on, if that makes sense. But it's almost like you're just waiting for the signal. It's like you're at this marathon. Oh, that sounds tough, but at this 100-meter race. You're at this 100-meter race, and it doesn't mean that this is just a 100-meter story for you, but it's a 100-meter race where you sort of just, you're ready, you're prepared, you're at the starting line, you're sort of, you reached your position, and you're just waiting for that shot to just say you can go now. So it's asking you to just be here and now, just be with it as much as you possibly can. Not sit this one out, but sort of sit in the energies and just have patience, my friends. 14 for me is so beautiful. It's the brand new beginning for your heart. It's next level. It's the rising up, coming into the love vibration. It's empathy, it's grace, it's kindness, it's beauty. It's just unconditional love at its very best. It's a new beginning for your heart. So it sounds really, really beautiful. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that's helpful. Thank you. Leo, she yelled. Welcome to your Blue Moon reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Ooh. So the first one is victory and success, number 6. And the light. So victory and success, it feels very, it's interesting because we're starting here, it feels like it has been very dark around you. It has been a trying time. It has been very dark. And it's like you're calling in, you're literally playing music to call the sun in. And Leo being very artistic, very creative, very like at the root of all, you find a lot of Leos when it comes to artistic stuff, whatever it is, like painting, singing, music, dancing, whatever. And it feels like this is no different. You're calling in the sun, you're calling in the light. You figure it out, like if you just step into whatever you're good at, whatever you feel creatively drawn to, you will call in lighter days. And number 6 there for me represents love. It's the connection. It's the whole of creation, basically, because it's 369. It has very much to do with this 369 codes. It's a lot about creating your reality, which is very fitting here today. And then also 6, the connection with your inner being. So this is just sort of going within, connecting within, and purely, like if a lot of people needs that connection in meditation, or a lot of people needs that connection in nature. I'm not saying don't walk out in nature. I'm saying do if you can. But I'm also saying that Leo probably finds a lot of relief from stress, or a lot of just a feeling of coming home if you sort of just go dance, or just go paint, or just go sing. It doesn't have to be the next big thing in the world. If you just start to do those artistic things, you're putting yourself in a very, very beautiful balance, in a very beautiful alignment. So what nature does for others, music does for Leo, basically. And you're calling in the light, and here it is. This is a very elevating, very, very beautiful, very beautiful. Quick little clarifier here for Leo. You felt like you're breathing out there for sure. 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness now will follow. Put the past behind you. So yeah, and I just realized we are in Leo reading. So yes, of course. Whatever kick-started for you in 2017 in February is now coming to a close, a literal close. I know I'm the first one to say, it doesn't matter, like you next week you can do this, or the week before you can do this. Of course you can still do that, but in terms of the energy in the universe right now, the kickstart of something, the upheaval, the catalyst stuff, the if you haven't awakened by now, we're going to put this in front of you so that you freaking wake up. Those 4 years are literally coming to a close, ending Leo season on the 21st, 22nd of August. So yeah, 10, a wrapping up, a completion. A situation has ended and you are finally free. Almost makes me cry. You're free, Leo. Victory and success, and through it all, you are drawing in the light. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Virgo, welcome to your blue moon reading. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm just going to separate the decks there. Virgo. Blue moon for Virgo. What is happening? So we've had some sort of, this could be portrayed as the Tower moment. It's a very disruptive energy. 16 is sudden shifts, sudden changes. If you want, this can represent, because we have this beautiful coming together. So this can represent this whole cycle, like coming from 2016, wrapping it up now here in 2021 with the Leo season and literally starting Virgo season right now. In 2021, we're just after the blue moon. So just as we enter that energy, we're also entering your sign, your astrology sign, the zodiac period of Virgo. And so 16 is sudden shifts and sudden changes. And whatever disruptive energy that you dealt with for this past 4 or even more years, where it looks like you even have been dismantling yourself, like you have just picked yourself apart or just tried for the life of you to hold yourself together, we're now mending that. So first I feel this, like you're mending it within yourself, like whatever broken parts that you felt here within yourself, it's like we're mending that and healing that within yourself. But that would also lead to, the more you mend things within yourself, the more you heal your inner being, the more you heal the world. I know it's such a cliche, but it's so true, because you're not separate from, you can never be, it's just an illusion that you were separating yourself from within and that you're separating yourself from everybody else. But to have the feeling and have the experience that is what has happened, to then have the experience to come sort of back into wholeness with yourself, that's what's been going on. And I love how this is just representing unity, community and unity. Can we have a quick little clarifier here for Virgo, please? we're turning the page. You're literally turning the page, and you're entering into a place where you are receiving new energy. You can also receive a lot of new beautiful messages at this time. The light is entering your life here, and what has happened is that it has brought you a completely new perspective on things. Ace of Michael it's the highest possible energy in any situation. It's a new beginning. And is Michael standing there on the top of this hill or top of this mountain, just having a very clear overview, a very clear perspective of what's going on. So whatever has been sort of trying in the past, Virgo, where maybe you know, it's really tough when you're in the midst of something. Once you're in the midst of something, I mean, I've come to the point where I'm even in the midst of something, you sort of know, well, this too shall pass, and this is just bullshit, because, you know, we know now that even in the midst of stuff, it's going to end, but you're still in the midst of it. And it's always a little bit tougher to see the clear end of it, or to see clearly or decide clearly about anything while you're in it. Here you're not. You're coming out of this situation. There's this inner mending, and there's therefore also mending with others, and it brings you to a whole new perspective. I love this for you, Virgo. And what a beautiful start to start your season with. Just come from a breath of fresh air, just starting fresh. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, Virgo. Libra, welcome to your blue moon reading. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what's going on for you for blue moon, Libra. Have to say, it felt like I all of a sudden have hot flashes, like somebody's in menopause. So maybe somebody's really dealing with that. I feel like that's going to calm down. So this is a very specific and detailed message for maybe just one person. So I just want to say, you who have had really a lot of trouble with menopause and maybe have had hot flashes like all over like a crazy person, once the whole global energy is just going to calm down now, I feel like the inner you is also going to calm down. So that will almost overnight, it will just stop, I feel. Okay, Libra. No, it's very focused on this one thing, so I'm just going to not try to force to get any other cards out there. Emotional loss, and what I feel here is that, okay, I just have started to talk about this identity, the loss of your identity. And it sounds a little bit scary, and it can definitely be scary because it's all we have. I mean, my oldest son, he has been hearing impaired, borderline being deaf, since he was 4 years old, and he's 21 now. And it's basically all that he knows. He has this innate wanting to hear again. Long story short, he wants to hear again. And, you know, when we talked about it, and we sort of see that having the strong belief that he wants to, even being inspired to even want that, because all of his friends who are hearing impaired around him doesn't have the same wish. And so he has this very strong wish that he wants to hear again. It just feels like there's nothing really in the way, besides when we dug a little, when we got into like, okay, so what is the hold up here? And I know a lot of people would say, well, for one, he doesn't hear, and so you can do anything about it. But we don't believe that. So when we talked about it a little bit, he was like, you know, started to cry, and he was like, I don't know who I will be. I don't know who I am if I'm gonna hear. And this is him wanting to hear. He wants to have his hearing because he can sense what it's going to be like, because first and foremost, he has already heard at one point in his life. But it's like, who am I without this hearing loss? And if this is even a thing that he so wants it, and he still is struggling because he's so afraid of losing that part of his identity that has made up his identity, that's not who he is. By a long shot, that's not who he is. So there's something about losing your identity here, about letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. That was not ever yours. It's being transformed and transpired and transcended back into the light. It's letting go. So not only are these things that is not even yours to carry anymore, transcendent, back into the light, you're you're also going to come into this most beautiful place of light yourself, to just remember who you are. So there's going to be, this is the only thing that this reading wants to focus on. Only. The other readings has had a couple of cards, and I even for some readings have had time to clarify. This is it for you. Libra, it's very, very specific that you're letting go of things that is not you anymore so that you can reach the core of who you are. It's being transformed back into the light, and because it is, so are you. You will overcome this, because 5 is all about overcoming obstacles, and it's also a great opportunity for change. Wow. And it starts on the blue moon. Thank you so much, guys. Scorpio, welcome to your blue moon reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Scorpio, blue moon. Really? Okay. Triumphant success. Number 1, triumphant success. So whatever has been not going against you, but ever has felt. So what I'm hearing is that getting off the ground. So this is so interesting, because we have this hand coming through the ground, coming up through the ground, and it has been a struggle. It has been quite the path for you, Scorpio. There's something you've been wanting to get off the ground. And you put that in wherever that is. If that is you, like, finally succeeding with the business, getting you've been wanting to do this forever and ever. It's a wanting, but you haven't come around to it. If this is you wanting to start a family, but it just hasn't been the right time. Whatever this is for you, it can be so many more different things, and it's sort of always a little bit tricky to start to say what it could be, because it sort of eliminates things for others, it eliminates the fantasies. So sort of don't make my words hinder what you feel this is about for you. There's going to be triumphant success in this, and you're going to get it off the ground. It has taken you a bit. You had to walk through the ground. We have a brand new beginning here, and the need for pure communication, true communication, being honest and authentic with others about whatever this is that you want to get off the ground is very important. I just have a little clarifier there for Scorpio, please. There's something about a ripple effect. For Raphael. Yeah, you've come through a major spiritual transformation. Major spiritual transformation. And this is a heart matter for you. Whatever you've been trying to get off the ground, it's a heart matter for you. But you needed to go through some sort of spiritual transformation first. And now where we're ending up here, the strongest message is to just continue to listen to your intuition. Have clear communication with others for sure, but just continue, like, your own voice is the most important thing first and foremost. You're not being egotistical, you're not being selfish. It's just very important that you sort of ground yourself first and you listen to your own intuition first, but then have clear communication with others about whatever this is that you want to get off the ground. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. Thank you, Scorpio. Sagittarius, welcome to your blue moon reading. Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you for the blue moon. I just did your reading. Recognition and reward. Sagittarius. So, Tower moment. So whatever hardship that you dealt with that has pushed you into, I mean, this is just, I always see this as lava, or like, it's almost like fire that is just running. You're sitting in burning fire and you don't care. Like, you're fine with it. Like, you dealt with so many things that at this point, it's like, throw whatever you want at Sagittarius. It doesn't matter, because you can deal with it. You have become the most authentic. Whatever hardship you went through, whatever thing that has sort of led up to this very blue moon, after coming out of this period, there is literally nothing, and hasn't been before that, because we're never given anything more than what we can handle, because we are the ones who's giving it to us. It doesn't feel that sometimes, but we are. So you will never get anything more than you can handle. But literally, I'd say you could give yourself a volcano pouring its lava on top of you, and you would be, me. Is that all you got? Kind of thing. So there's something that has toughened you up, but it hasn't toughened you up to the point of, like, you're just scared of everything and you want to retrieve, is that what you say? Like, you want to go into hermit mode and never come out again? No. This is just sort of, it has toughened you, it has strengthened you, and it definitely has brought you to your most authentic self. Because next to it, we have recognition and reward. To me, there's nothing as a thing like a lesson on this planet Earth. There's no lessons for me. There's not, the universe is sitting there, okay, what does Sagittarius handle? Give it to them, you know? That's not what is going on. There's no lessons and there is no purpose. I know it sucks. It's what we are giving it ourselves. It's what you make of it. It's what you decide is your purpose. It's what you decide is your lesson. And is there growth? Is there joy to be had? Of course, absolutely. And whatever this is, whatever sort of lesson this felt like, you're coming out of the other side of it, and you're being recognized for it. Whether that is you recognizing yourself when you're in the inner plane, or if this is you being recognized on the other plane, on the outer plane. That's for you to determine. This is like, I don't think it's important for you that you be recognized on the outside. It's just important for you that you understand. And you know, I feel like the people, Sagittarius, who are very, very sure of themselves, leading a very authentic life. There's no miscommunication in what they're thinking and what they're saying. It's very clear. You don't need approval from others. Maybe you needed before this situation. Maybe you needed a lot of approval. Maybe you needed to find that you're doing a good job, and you needed a little bit of a pat on the back. And I'm not saying that's wrong. And we can always need a little validation from people. That's beautiful. But if you don't get it, you're fine with it, because you're coming out of this, whatever this is, that almost brought you to your knees. Or it did bring you to your knees. It was a really, really trying time. But on the other side of this, just pure clarity, the most authentic version of yourself that you can possibly find. There's been a lot of up and down here in the back, but we're clear as a day, coming into the sun and coming into understanding. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you, guys. Capricorn, welcome Capricorn to your blue moon reading. What is going on for Capricorn for the blue moon, please? Same card as Sagittarius. Really popped out there. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of different messages though, like different in terms of comparing it to Sagittarius. So this book, this woman is sitting with this book, and if we look closely, it's written on one side and it's completely blank on the other side. And I just feel like it's like you're completely Capricorn, I think you're getting better and better at surrendering, letting go and let God. Like to surrender, like you just sort of let life show you where to take you next. And so you're sitting with this book, and it's the blank page is for you to fill in. The blank page is for you to decide what is going to be there. But it's like it's very up to. It feels like you're in no rush to decide exactly where it needs to go, or decide how it's going to look, or what. Like, you're not very result driven, at least not in this stage, and that's really, really good. Capricorn, in this stage, in the energy, on the planet, it's really good to not be that result driven. This is a little bit funny. It's a little and also I saw this, like, it's like we have this little bun, or there's something like a little bundle. It looks like a cinnamon bun. I don't know. Usually I would say, or like a rose, like we're tying it up, like it looks like a rose, but it would have been red, but instead it's blue. And to me, it's sort of representing, okay, the highest possible energy that you can step into, like the love vibration. Yes, it's there, but yours is blue. That's similar to Sagittarius, actually, because Sagittarius, it feels like they really, really, really have come into the most authentic part of themselves. So maybe some of you guys listen to this, you're a cusp person. It's like you're borderlining just where Sagittarius ends and Capricorn starts. You don't have to be, but that could be a connection there to Sagittarius. I just feel like this most high vibration that you're walking through right now, that you're dealing with, that you're feeling, is to be just authentically real with yourself. And you're in no rush. You have no place to be. There's no, like, it's okay. It's like if you were to get the patience card, Capricorn probably would be the first sign that would say, okay, I can deal with patience. I'm not in any rush. I don't have any place to be. Like I'm finally giving up. I'm finally letting go so that life can show me where I was always meant to go anyway. Wow. That's what I have for you there. Wish fulfillment. It's a beautiful star there in the back. We're ending something and starting something really beautiful here. Being in this surrendering mode, it's gonna bring so much beautiful things to you. Thank you, guys. Aquarius, welcome to your blue moon. Aren't you the star of this reading? See what I did there? Because the star is being represented by Aquarius, so if you didn't know that, it was a big fail. So the star, blue moon, for Aquarius, please. Patience. And foundation and achievements. Wow. So we're starting with the patience. So there's something here that has already manifested. This card always talks about, so we have the seed in the hand. There's a wish that you have. We have the non-physical energy, the imagining, the fantasy, the dream about it. The white little string there that comes in. And then we already have the full bloom of it. So we have the dream and the fantasy, like the wish about it from the seed, and it has already come into full bloom. There's a full manifestation of this. But I see you have closed eyes. So at this stage, I see that this is a wish. So you're holding something in the palm of your hands. It literally is in the palm of your hands. It's not somewhere out there, or it's far-fetched, or it's like too far to reach. It's literally in the palm of your hands. That's how close it is. You're having closed eyes. So I'm feeling like this is something that you are imagining, but you're imagining it being real, to the point of you're almost wondering why it hasn't shown up yet, because you're so good at feeling it as if it has already happened, or thinking about it enough times that it's almost, I did this thing, long story short, very quickly. I did this thing, 10 years ago, where I wanted, for whatever reason, I wanted to manifest a Lexus, the car, like a Toyota Lexus. And I wanted it, I just kept talking about it, and I kept visualizing it, and I kept, and we had a Toyota in the driveway. And so when I looked out, I was like, okay, are we going to take the Lexus, or are we going to take the what? Are we going to take the Lexus, or are we going to take the or what are you saying? I was like, this person has trouble hearing? Like, what is going on? And I just realized I don't have a Lexus. I was like, oh, I mean a Toyota. Should we take the Toyota? Like, I was so sure that it was already there. So this is what I mean. Like, you're so in it that you're fascinating. It hasn't shown up yet. You need patience. That's the only thing you need, because the next card out is literally foundation and achievement. You will get what you want. And if we didn't know any better, for some of you guys, this is a house. You literally want a house to move into, or you want a home, or like a family. You want the home, house, family thing. Aquarius, it's very important for you. There's a rainbow connection, and recently I understood more and more about the rainbow connection. The rainbow being the soul. The rainbow connecting the human person to the spirit. The rainbow connection, your soul. And so once you make this connection, once you're leading a very authentic life, once you come into balance, and once you have a little bit more patience, or just continue to have patience, there's this new beginning for the heart here. And because we have the number 4 twice. So it's a beautiful new beginning for the heart, and it's a beautiful new beginning for a new foundation. You are literally the star is the wish fulfillment. You in your own right are a wish fulfillment. And with this blue moon as a kickoff, this is a very beautiful start for you. This is the achievement you will have. Doesn't necessarily have to be a house. It can be a Lexus. It can be it can be a relationship. It can be literally anything. So whatever you're going after right now, that you're thinking about, that you're imagining, that you're dreaming about, you're going to achieve. This is going to come in. It's going to be a real thing in the very, very near future. Awesome start there for you with the blue moon. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces. Last one out. Pisces, what's going on for you for blue moon? I think you're the third sign that has gotten this tower situation. Fourth, maybe even. Solitude with a tower in the back and memories of love. So whatever this is, so I see these mountains in the back, whatever like uphill situation that has led to a tower moment, like there's whatever has happened to you, we don't even have to go into the details of it. We don't have to revisit the past and sort of dwell on it. Whatever has happened in the past that has led you to a point where it feels almost like, Pisces, like you have been in a situation where people would say, okay, I've had this tower moment that was really awful and it happened twice in my lifetime and I dealt with it. It feels like, Pisces, you've had, and I feel like I've said this to you before, you've had something happen in your life that other people probably wouldn't be able to deal with. And it's not a competition. It's just so you understand the magnitude. And if you were to talk to Pisces about it, like, do you have some sort of hardship in your life that you just had to struggle with every day? At first glance, Pisces probably would say, no, what could that be? And then if you would do a little digging, it would be, oh, that thing. Yeah, well, it's sort of been life and death on a day-to-day basis. Well, is that not quite big? Yeah, well, it's so natural, or natural maybe not, but it's so normal that it has just become everyday life. And so there's something like a tower moment that has just been with you, whether that is something for you or something for someone around you, that has just constantly been a situation there. I feel like this is transpiring, this is transforming, this is transcending right now. It's like in the past, you've written this book about what has always happened. It's like you have repeated, this is how it is. This is how it has always been. And now you're sitting with this book and you have a tremendous opportunity to start to write a new story about this very situation. It can be about anything and everything, but also definitely about this very situation that has been sort of chronic. There's been a chronic situation in your life that really has tested your limits, and you have a new opportunity here now to start to write a new story about it. As you do, two things. First thing, when you write this story, write it through the lens of love to the best of your ability. And if there are days, or if there are day or hour that you can't do it, then I wouldn't write the story whatsoever. I would first get myself into a place. If you have been out walking in nature or been to this party where it was so much music and so much beautiful, you're just on a very high note, that's when I would sit down and write that story about how you want to see this play out in the future. I would not sit down when you're at the most like, I don't ever want to see this again, and I'm going to write this through love, and I'm going to, it's like, that's not the moment. That's not the time. So I would say, one, write the story through love. And two, when you are writing this story through love, when you're starting to see this story, write this future about this story through the lens of love, you're going to move yourself into love. So this situation, how hard it has felt, how trying, catalyst pushing forward it has led you to love. It has. Number 6 is also love. It's the connection with your inner being. And as you connect, you can only see love. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. Happy Blue Moon. Bye.